Greetings, all. I'm Ruger coming to you from the bunker. Hey, today Mrs. Ruger and I got in our new Esbit solid fuel camp stove, combustible solid camp stove. So, you know what that means? It's coffee time. I would say that this does come with the actual stove where we put the solid fuel in, a pot with insulated handles, and a lid. I went ahead and started this because I know everybody doesn't want to watch water boil. I would say the couple observations that I have, we do need to be a little bit careful, I think, with any type of flames that you might throw this on, just because it looks like we've got some basically rubber handles to insulate both the handles here as well as for the lid on top. So, as we know, these solid fuel tabs burn for a little bit over 10 minutes. This is actually a hexamine tab, solid fuel, and used it before with my Stanley. And I did want to try this out, just see what the efficiency is. Got about 8 ounces of water. We're going to use probably about 6 for this experiment. And while we're waiting for that to warm up, I do want to say that anytime you are dealing with flames, make sure that safety is number one. So every prepper should have multiple carbon monoxide detectors in their house. And as you can see, I know myself, so I've got the fire extinguisher here ready to roll just in case. Hey, this is a handy thing. I love this little lighter. Comes in very handy for situations like this. Instead of lighting my solid fuel and trying to put it in the stove, I can just drop it in there and actually get it started that way. So, did buy this on sale at Menards at a pretty good price, and it is refillable butane lighter. So, pretty happy about that. Today we are going with our favorite instant Hy-Vee coffee, and we're going to see how this works out. Like I said, these travel cups use about 6 ounces of water fairly easily, comfortably. And I do have about 8 ounces of water in the Esbit pot here, just to make an apples to apples comparison with some of the other setups that I've been using. So, one thing I did have learned, these things go incredibly more quickly when you leave the lid on, and so we are going to leave the lid on. As we're waiting on that, I do believe this is an aluminum set, and as opposed to any type of steel or titanium. I think that keeps the cost down, but the aluminum is very efficient and transferring the heat, so I'm pretty excited about that. One of the things that I do like about this is it nests very nicely. The downside on it compared to other maybe pocket stoves that we've done videos on here recently is it is a little bit more bulky. And, you know, if you are backpacking, bushcrafting, whatnot, it is slightly heavier. Let's see if I can find what the weight is on this today. And it says 86 millimeters height, which is 3.4 inches, 111 millimeters around, I'm assuming, so 4.4. I don't see the ounces on this, but if I do find that, I'll put it in the comments down below. So, Mrs. Ruger did make a comment that we're going to have to pick up our game here, and she would like to see some reviews on some items that maybe were a little larger, and we can maybe prepare food for a larger group. Obviously, these types of sets, you know, you're looking at basically 1 or 2 cups of water. Pretty good for if you're preparing food and or, you know, in this case, coffee for one person. But if you have a group or multiple people you need to prepare for, the larger setups are going to be probably what you need. As you guys know, when the zombies come over the wall, if I don't have my coffee, my morale is going to be pretty low. So that is why we do a lot of videos on the coffee. And I would say we're only about 3 minutes in here, and I'm already getting, can hear steam coming off the pot. So these Hexamine solid fuel tabs with the aluminum pots seem to be extremely efficient in transferring that energy, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to get a rapid boil here, probably about the 5 minute mark is what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we're doing there. Oh yeah, we're already got a slight boil going. We're going to take this to a rapid boil. I would say that the particular solid fuel tabs, the setting underneath in the stove itself is a little bit smaller, and so you might want to test out your equipment if you do get this, and make sure that you've got the right size tabs if that's important to you. The other thing I would note that is it does have a raised area right here for the solid fuel. And I know some people have tried to put in alcohol stoves in here, which would work very nicely provided your alcohol stove is not super tall. So if you do try to adapt these to a different system, just be aware of that, because when you do place your pot down, especially on the alcohol stoves, you don't want to snuff out the actual flame. So, sounds like we got, oh yeah, we got an extremely rapid boil going there. That is about, actually a little bit less than the 5 minute mark. We're going to go ahead and call that a success. And let's just see what we end up here with. Whew, looking good. This does have a pour spout. I think that's pretty handy. I love these handles. They are insulated. I can tell the pot is extremely hot with the aluminum, but with the insulated handles, no problem. I don't need a towel or gloves or anything to actually handle the pot. So there's our coffee. And I do want to give a shout out to my work. I actually got this for free. You guys know that I love to prep on a budget. Got this for free as a prize from my company. So thank you to you guys. And you guys know who you are. Oh yeah, that is some mighty fine H2O. Viewers, subscribers, tell me what I've done well here, what I can improve upon. I love coffee time. This is I Am Rugger coming to you from the bunker. Let's be careful out there.